Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
While you look at Miller, he's all the way up there at number 3 in the Eastern Conference fan voting.
And you'd be crazy not to give him your vote. What he's done this season has been nothing short of spectacular.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got MP. He's out there with LaMelo Ball. Brandon Miller out there with Allen. And it's Zawan in at the 4 slot. And for the Jazz, we've got Emmanuel Quickley. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Wagner. And it's Tillman in at the center, filling out the middle. On mid-season, Stan, when you were coach,
Sorry, Josh, please, let's go.
New plays and tactics and schemes, or was the recipe set? Was the formula in and that was it?
Well, Kevin, the bulk of what you do is set, but you're always tinkering. And as people start figuring you out, you've got to have counters to what you're doing. So your system is always evolving. You're always trying to get better, and you're always doing new things.
Good passes to Tillman. Get 2. Livingston, that's good.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
And it's good, 2 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this season.
Livingston with it. 11-point game is left starting. Pass to Quickly. McDaniels with the ball. Covered by Miller. Here's McDaniels. Here's Livingston. Ball with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
The shot's good for Quickly.
Setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's MP. He had 15 points last night. Going inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, that all comes down to MP's mentality. He was not going to redirect his crowd just because of an incoming defender.
And both free throws good for MP. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Quickly the pass to Tillman. Here's Miller. Finish off the break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up to 4.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now, here's Quickly. He had 15 points last out. Livingston passes to Tillman. Nice ball movement by Utah. Livingston looking for the opening. Back to Quickly. Lets it go. Can't get the ball. He's missed the second after making his first. To the middle. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him, he's a center and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Now, here's Foggy. Same is on score 13. And here in the first about 3 minutes gets in. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Man, that's a lesson for the league. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Ball against Quickly. And slapped up by Allen.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now, here's Quickly. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here's Quickly. It's a three-point game. Wagner with a screen for Quickly. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in the last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Well, those are the kinds of performances you hope carry over into some momentum for this.
He gets it in there. Livingston's got 5 minutes.
And you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Outside ball. Allen with the screen for ball. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quickly looking it over. Now here's Livingston, covered by MP. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Ball dishes to MP. Miller outside. On the wing. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Here's Quickly. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Quickly. Wagner is screen on ball. Here's the tip drop. The Hornets pull it in. This is their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, the disparity in talent has been clear cut, but it's another season and another opportunity to turn the tape.
Livingston following the 3-point attempt by MP. Livingston gets to Quickly. Back to Livingston. Kansas shot with nobody near him. Livingston's got 9.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
Pass to Salon, beyond the arc, hands it from downtown.
Oh, great job by MP, showing how selfless he is with passes like that.
Now, Quickly. Now, here's McDaniel. They set the pick to the inside. Tillman passes to Livingston, and they pick up 2. He's got 11.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Outside, ball. Allen with the screen for ball. Over Quickly. The kick out to Ball. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing that.
Wagner outside. Now here's Livingston. Defense right on him. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Charlotte leading by 6. Miller outside. Kicks it out to MP. Back to Miller. Allen a screen on McDaniel. Miller, no up. sharply. McDaniels finds quickly. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Salon.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Good shot there, and it's off target. Jazz trail by 6. That's to Livingston. Here's McDaniels. Fires for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Charlotte leading by 6. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous height for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
So it's the Jazz now, following the score by Charlotte.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Salon. Last game he had 10 points. Offensive rebound. MP left side. Miller outside. Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. And now it's an 11-point
Josh
Charlotte
Giddey's
lead.
coming off the bench. Damn, I thought he was the player.
Utah's gone, just 1 of 4 from
He's
3-point
coming off
range
the
here in the
bench.
first. Wagner outside. Now here's Livingston, covered by MP. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Jazz.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alder.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Cavaliers had one of his best games. He ended up with 15 points, and as expected, he distributed the rock and got his teammates involved. So it was another big night, something he's been doing a lot of lately, and I'm sure he's looking to keep it going tonight. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And the Hornets making a change here. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Jazz down at the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. Here's Clinton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Back to Daniels. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. And here's MP for 3. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first one falls. He doesn't get the second one.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
A nice shot by MP.
Out of their last 5 mates, how about all 5 from one ring?
Now here's Giddey. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. Clipman. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
I'm
MP
gonna
hits
say
Giddey.
fall short.
MP with it. Front past the arc.
I like the buzzer.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, and so it's MP making things happen for the Hornets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach you've seen so far for Charlotte?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. They've got Wilkins. Daniels out there with MP. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Allen in at the 5. MP kicks to Wilkins. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 16. Kuzma sets a screen. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games as shown on the 2K leaderboard. MP is second.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Now we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Wilkins. Back to MP. Porter, bounce pass. It's MP, top of the key. From deep. Heavy with the rebound. Jazz shooting at 50% in a decent group. Giddey against MP. Giddey goes in. And he finishes nicely on the way.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Hornets leading by 14. Outside Porter. Charlotte moving it around. MP kicks to Wilkins. Off target from outside. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Wagner. And we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
Well, the great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 mates are from beyond the arc.
MP. It's Giddy with the drive. And sent back by Allen. To the paint. Here's Salon.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Hornets have had 2 chances at the line already, taking them both.
And they had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jazz trail by 17. Now about 3 minutes gone in that second quarter of basketbal. Now Bender still scoreless.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Quitman, covered by Miller, just 5 on the clock. And they get it. Quitman misses. Hornets leading by 19 points. Shoots from 12. Kuzma pulls it in. Jazz have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Wagner is 3 on Miller. The wide open look in for Kuzma. Another miss by Utah. Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against the Clippers in L.A. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but great, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Here's Quitman, down low. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Wednesday, they'll start out on the road to play the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment. A nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Utah calls timeout.
Points per, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Hornets.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Salon. off target from three-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hornets leading by 21. Back to MP. Charlotte moving it around. Miller with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Miller's got 15 points.
Yeah, that's his second made three of the quarter. Third of the game so far.
Out to Kuzma. Here's Klitman. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass the ball. Now Miller. Allen with the screen for Miller. And it's the Hornets another three.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Klitman. Now here's Giddy. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Kuzma with this screen on Miller. And the basket by Klitman.
This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
MP outside. Three-pointer. And Miller with the basket on the assist by MP. MP's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Giddy, no one around him. Oh, good with the triple. And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 20-5 run. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. He's got 11.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Tillman passes to Giddy. Here's Livingston, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Livingston's got 21.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. Ron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 to 30 have real get to teams and get the impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Mitchell, he's checked in for Charlotte. Now, here's Livingston. Tight defense on him. Yep, that one goes. He's got 23. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Pass to MP. And here's Miller. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Porter's checked in for Jared Allen. Great. What a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Livingston finds McDaniel. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the basket is good. Solon's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Now here's Livingston, covered by MP. Nice D from Porter.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Utah's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Livingston. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. MP's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Solon, to the middle, kicks it out to Mitchell. a screen. Miller, that's for two. Busts the J after the KG pass fake. Miller's got 26 points.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Quickly the pass to Livingston.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
It's tipped and stolen by Miller. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 4 assists in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And here is Quickly. McDaniels kicks to Quickly. He lobs it up. It's tipped. Leaps for it, and there's another turnover by the Jaguars.
And with the moment here, let's check out the numbers for McDaniels. How his last 10 games have gone. 11th in steals. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake. And that one's good by Porter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Tillman passes to McDaniels. Quickly with it. Wagner, a screen on Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Now here's Livingston, covered by MP. Count that one. Livingston's got 25 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Miller, and Miller throws it down hard.
Look, MP has great vision, delivers that ball on target.
Quickly with it. With 2 seconds left. That shot no good. And so is Charlotte with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Charlotte Hornets.
They love to run. At times it looks like a layup line. They can hit the three, but tough matchup for your transition deep.
Yeah, they've made it a race, but only one team has shown up. New topic. Fellas, we've got a number of strong contenders for this year's three-point contest.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys get on a roll, they don't stop. They pile it on. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Wagner is out there with Jaden McDaniel. Then goes Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Tillman in the divide down low. That's the group right now for Utah.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Allen with the screen for Miller. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Miller's got 30 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Second half rolling along now. About a the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Did you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Their payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Utah shooting for the game at 42%. Now, here's Livingston, covered by MP. There's the pick, quickly with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Well, MP knows these are high-value looks inside.
Livingston passes to Tillman. Here's Quickly. He's covered by Ball. And it's Quickly missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Miller outside. Puts up a 3. Connects from 3-point range. Miller's got 33 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for an immediate payback.
Quickly against Ball. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Allen. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Fires from the wing. And it's Ball that time on the assist by Allen. Ball's got 13 points.
And I love Ball's awareness. So when the mid-range J is available, he is more than happy to take it.
Inside. Here's Tillman. And shot off. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's MP. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
We see so much three-point shooting now. It's great to see someone like MP attack. Go to the rim.
Livingston, no luck.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Salon. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And it's in there. Now, Ball. He's got 13. MP outside. Charlotte moving it around. Ball from long range. Utah with the rebound. Wagner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ball against Quickly. Tray. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. The drive by MP. And he lays it straight in. MP's got 23.
Good focus through the contact. MP proving he can be a menace on the attack.
Quickly the pass to Livingston. Now McDaniels. Back to Livingston. Fires from deep. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Another one for MP, giving the fans their money's worth here.
Jazz have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Livingston passes to Quickly. Here's Tillman. Allen defending. 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And here's Quickly for 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Shots good by Miller. Here's quickly. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
As to Livingston, launches a three. The Jazz again can't hit it. Hornets have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Looking now at some numbers for Livingston, his last 10 games have been exceptional. He's getting around 20 points per, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, when a shot is missed, he has got great instincts for where the ball is going.
Utah's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Pass to Giddey. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by NP. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. MP's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Here's Giddey. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
There's Porter with the three. Rebound, Utah. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
And every miss finds its way to his hand. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
MP outside. Pocket 4. For 3, Wilkins. Good in the assist goes to MP. Wilkins has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Out to the right wing. Tillman passes to Kuzma. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Porter. Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. To the inside. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Giddey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giddey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Allen finds MP. It's Allen with the drive. And Allen slams it in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 16 rebounds. Here's Giddey. And that one is good. Giddey's got 10. The Hornets shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. Here's Daniels. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Giddey the pass to Tillman. Nice pass. Under the rack perfectly for the layup. Tillman's got his second basket of the night. Charlotte has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. MP outside. Wilkins wide open, and he fired. All 3 off the mark. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. Excellent D there from Allen. So it's the Hornets now. The 3 from MP. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
From 12 feet out. Acted quickly. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 7.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple, but let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Back to MP. And here's Daniels. He's got 5. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Daniels has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Charlotte. Pass to Giddey. Driving to the basket.
You're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. MP kicks to Wilkins. Daniels with it. He's got 8. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. No good with the elbow jumper. Kuzma passes to Giddey. Takes it off the glass. Giddey's got 11 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Wilkins kicks to Daniels. Now, here's MP. He has 29. Over quickly. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Daniels has got 10. Porter against Kuzma. This one for 3. And so is Charlotte able to put on a show for the ages. They're deep. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you
Wow,
love to see
sounds like he's gonna kick me
taking over
in for the whole
play
game
making
like this.
duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like
You
that,
see top guys, usually he would kick me. These guys, usually he would fly me all
And we
48
reach the fourth
minutes
quarter, a game
against
that may be
the Miami
already out of
Heat.
hand. And Charlotte looking
And
who
it
they
used to be a
can.
Minnesota team.
Garrett out there with Starks. Then it's MP. And it's Craig in the fourth. So, Craig, you played the
Playing 48 minutes
and
against
create a player. If you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Jazz shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Quitman. 6 that one from the post.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hornets shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Trent finds MP. Starts outside. Launches it. Utah with the rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Quitman, covered by MP. Pass to Bender. Puts it up. And it's Ford with the rebound.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Giddey against Starks. Ford a screen on Giddey. They get the rebound. Ford, that's good.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Here's Quitman, covered by MP. And the basket by Quitman. Quitman's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Back to MP. Charlotte moving the ball around. Trent passes to MP. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Everett's some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you can get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
That's the tenacity you have to have inside. MP knew it would be physical.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
You know, guys, there's really no substitute for the effort MP brings.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
On the basket by Starks.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity.
The Jazz making a switch here. Purdue's checked in. Pass to Giddey. Lets it go with a three. Looks good. Is good. That's his seventh basket in 12 tries.
That kid takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Here's Starks. Second shot opportunity. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
The Jazz making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Free throw no good for Ford. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and though the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying the international game.
Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generation. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
Here's Klitman. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. MP with it, picked up by Kuzma. Here's Trent. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
And we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. It's good. Kuzma's got his first 2 points of the night.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Kick Kicks it out to MP. Hits it from
40.
3-point range.
Boy, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Now, quickly. Shot from free throw range. And it's in after a response off the right side of the field.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
On the wing, MP. Six to shoot. A 3. Utah with the rebound. Kuzma finds quickly. It's deflected. Here's MP. And he makes that one.
42.
MP's got 42 in the game.
Well, that's superb balance shown by MP there. Not allowing the contact to throw him off.
Quickly the pass to Kuzma. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Kuzma's got 4 points this quarter. Charlotte has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them a fall. Starks kicks to MP. Back to Starks. Pass to Trent. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from MP.
Got
Trees it
45.
from beyond the arc. MP's got 45 points.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Now, here's quickly. He's tightly guarded. That one drops for him. And so it's Garrett with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. On the wing, Starks. Discovered by Livingston. Uncovered. The shot by Starks, no good.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Now, here's quickly. He's guarded closely. Shot by McDaniels, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth.
47.
Taking the majority of their shots.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Livingston passes to quickly. Pass to Kuzma. From the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Kuzma's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Garrett. Back to MP. Ford kicks to Trent. Starks outside. And Charlotte again with the bucket. The Jazz shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Kuzma outside. Pass to Tillman. To the wing right side. McDaniels. No good from outside. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. The Jazz shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Here's quickly. Here's Tillman, guarded by Ford. Tillman's shot is off. Hornets shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Ford gets to Garrett. Pass to Ford, lets the 3 fly, and it's Utah with the rebound. Livingston's got his 6th rebound on the night. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Wagner's checked in for Utah. Good on the second free throw. Hornets shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Garrett, the pass to MP. Here's the three. They get it again. Allen kicks to MP. Pass to Wilkins. MP with it. The three. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's the screen. Here's Livingston, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jared Allen.
At the line for two, Livingston.
Free throw good, Livingston. And so he makes both from the line. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Garrett, the pass to MP. Outside Wilkins. Pass to MP. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. Hits it
15.
again. Wow.
And a phenomenal scoring display. He's getting whatever he wants.
And you throw in tonight's performance, he's approaching 3rd place for the most 50-point games all time.
And the Laker legend Kobe Bryant ahead of him, having hit that point total 25 times in his illustrious career.
Knocked loose and stolen by MP.
Yes,
Right, that
and with this
52.
one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
A three.
55. Oh, God.
Nice assist from Porter. MP's got 55.
And it's just competing, you know, giving
No,
your
good.
best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've
We're
got
gonna win
clutch
by
guys on this team,
59.
and they never let
And
up.
I get a 55-point game.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them.